There you go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. There's your money shot right there. Hello, I'm Paul, and this is Paul Plays with Fire. Welcome. So I was out picking up sticks in the yard the other day, and that feller stopped by again, and he said, "Hey, Paul Plays with Fire, you said you was gonna make breakfast. You know what you should do? You should make biscuits and gravy and put an egg onto it." Say what you want to about that feller, but his recipe suggestions are spot on. He's got good taste in food. So I've already got a fire started. Let's get busy. Okay, we're going to try something new here at Paul Plays with Fire. I've seen some of the other guys using it when we haven't had the best of luck bacon in the Dutch oven. You know, we've tried to use fire on top of it and just haven't had very good success so far. So I'm going to try something new, something I've seen some of the other guys try, and that's charcoal. Some of that newfangled stuff. So we'll put a little newspaper in the bottom of this, and then fill it up with regular old Kingsford briquettes. Oops. There we go. And that newspaper, the yellower the better. I think this particular one had a 2017 vintage. Light that newspaper. I think that's lit. I'm going to set it back out of the way for a little bit and let it catch fire. In just a few minutes, those charcoal briquettes will be ready to use. In addition to using charcoal today, we'll use one other little hack. We're going to use canned biscuits. I don't think there's any shame in that. You know, since biscuits is in the name, I want to make sure I get it right. We're just going to place those around the pan. I preheated the pan a little bit, and I've oiled it a little bit. Hope they all fit. We'll make them fit. And if they're a little smushed up, they'll just get taller. Okay, I'm going to put that lid on. And I think our charcoal's good and hot. I think we're supposed to put 14 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14-ish. And 8 around the bottom. And we'll keep these around for just in case. Don't start nothing else, I'm sorry. I just checked the instructions, it's 14 and 7. So we'll go ahead and space these out. 14. Okay, and then 8. That's about 8. Well, that chimney sure does a good job of getting charcoal started. There's no doubt about what's happening there. And then what's the other rule of charcoal cooking? Rotate so you don't have any hot spots. Okay, I'm going to set a timer. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Now we're going to put our sausage in the cast iron pan. A couple of my favorite things in this dish. Sausage, gravy, and something to sop it up in. How can you go wrong with that? We're just going to break that sausage up a little bit, let it cook, and let it get good and brown, because there's magic in the brown. That's where the flavor comes from. We'll give that a couple minutes. Okay, it's been about 25 minutes, but it looks like those biscuits are finally done. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Yum. Just nice and brown and perfect. There you go. Look at that. Isn't that just perfect? That's just beautiful. Those are going to be good. Let's get going on the sausage and gravy. Okay. We got our sausage cooked, and we've added some butter to it. Kind of loosen up to those brown bits, all of the magic brown bits on the bottom of the pan. Oh, look at that. That's going to be great. Okay, we'll let that heat up a little bit. Then we'll add our flour to it, and next thing you know, we'll have gravy. Okay, that's heating up a little bit, and that's looking pretty good. All those parts off the bottom have loosened up. So we're going to get busy with the flour. Just sprinkle and stir, sprinkle and stir. About 4 tablespoons of flour. That was a pound of sausage, half a stick of butter, 4 tablespoons of flour, and then we got a couple cups of milk we'll add to it to make the gravy. That looks real good. No substitute for sausage gravy. And this isn't one of those health meals. There's not a lot of green in this one. You just got sausage, gravy, biscuits, and if you're lucky, a couple eggs on top of it. We'll let that darken up a little bit, and then we'll get going with the rest of it. Now I'm liking the looks of that color right now. Just perfect. Okay, now I'll add the milk a little bit at a time. Okay, now that just needs to warm up and cook a little bit. Then I'll start to think about getting some eggs on. Yeah, it's thickening up nicely. Here's another tip about biscuits and gravy, and I learned this the hard way. Don't salt it. Just a little bit of pepper, but don't salt it until after you taste it, because chances are it's really salty already. Okay, we got our gravy just where we want it. Look at that stuff, isn't it beautiful? It's nice and thick, and it's nice and brown, and boy, you just can't do that on the inside. And we got butter and a cast iron skillet ready to go here. This is a cast iron skillet. It's older than I am. And I'm going to do some eggs in it. It's so well seasoned, I think it'll fry some eggs. And if it doesn't fry some eggs, then we'll make scrambled eggs. There's one. And there's two and a little bit of shell. There's another tip from Paul Plays with Fire. Use eggshell to get eggshell out of the fire, out of the eggs. Okay, that looks real good. I think those are even going to release. Got enough butter in there, they should. We're going to put a little salt and a little pepper on those eggs, because that's the way I like them. And because we're going to do eggs over easy the way I like them, we're just going to cover that with an old pie pan. Baker square, it looks like. It's got holes drilled in it for venting. Meanwhile, I'm going to take that gravy all the way off the fire because it looks like it's done. Getting there. Okay, we got our gravy. Got a couple biscuits set out here. Just arrange those nicely. Take some of that beautiful gravy, put it on top. That sausage smells so good. Okay, go get some eggs. There you go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I am getting hungry. Look at what we got here. Biscuits and sausage gravy. Mmm. With eggs. Mmm. Oh, look at that there. There's your money shot right there. Mmm. Mmm. Oh man, that's good. Mmm. Oh. Health food. Wow, wasn't that good? Thanks so much for coming by and sticking through the whole thing. This has been Paul Plays with Fire, and we played with fire today. We had a good time. We made biscuits and gravy with eggs over easy on top. It just doesn't get any more comfort food than that. So, and that's what we're about here at Paul Plays with Fire, is comfort food. If you can find a way to subscribe and like our videos, it does help us because it gets our content out to other people. So, see you next time. Bye. Hi. 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 Okay, look at this. Look what we got here. Sausage and biscuits and gravy, biscuits and sausage. Look what we got here. Sausage and biscuit. Look at what we got here. Biscuits and sausage gravy. And put an egg onto it.